tattoos. I'll be back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome, right?
It's a different one in front.
Fuck Donald Trump. He's gonna fuck Donald Trump one, right? Hell yeah.
Files.
That's
They've
ridiculous.
been so mangled and shred and cut up and censored, et cetera, that no matter what they show us, why would you believe it at this point?
Right.
Okay, the only, and this is really really sad. I think the only Epstein files that I would believe are going to come from a foreign country.
Yeah, believe it as well. I think that's why they've thrown so much money to Israel and stuff in the past, is because
Oh, Israel's
Israel-
paying them off. AIPAC. You've heard of, you know what that's the American Israeli Political Action Committee. They pump millions into this
Yes.
building.
I've seen that. How much each state gives to Israel is
Oh, it's pathetic.
crazy.
It was, I think it was important to support Israel many decades ago, but I think that time has passed.
Yeah,
That time has passed. So Matt, can you tell me about some of your tattoos? I love them.
Yeah, I've gotten.
The artwork on some of those is just fantastic.
Thank you, man. I got a lot of these. This one I got.
Wow, is that
Overseas.
Medusa?
Yeah, overseas, Kuwait. These ones I got Qatar, Maryland, Florida, I think, or Virginia.
So what's the eye and in the triangles? There's symbolism there, or just something you saw
I
you
got
liked
this.
the way it looked?
Yeah, I got this kind of as like the Ouija board thing. I
Oh
forget what they
yeah,
call it,
okay,
like the
I got it. Yep.
Planchetta or something like that. I got it as like a memorial piece for my aunt Valerie
Yeah.
when she passed away. I wanted to get her name in there, but I was like, oh, I got too much stuff there already. But
People's names are tough
yeah, it is.
because the quality of the tattoo there is just. I'm very impressed. You got some great artwork there.
Thank you. You have any?
Nope.
No, never.
I was thinking about getting my brother's face. This is my brother.
Oh, okay.
He passed away in April.
Sorry to hear that.
Thanks. He was my baby brother.
So I like the memorial tattoos.
Yeah.
I got a couple for some friends. This was one of the guys I knew back in high school. We graduated and got into a car accident. Or no, I think he got shot down here in D.C.
Damn.
Over some girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you. See, I get that all day long. Yeah, well, then I got a couple of MAGAs with the middle finger, and I wave and I say thank you, and they get so pissed off.
Good. Good.
I love cranking them up, like that.
Yeah. That's what we're here for, man.
That's right.
Get paid to trigger these fuckers, man.
And they're so, the funny part about the right wing is that everything with them is a confession. Every what's the right word? All of their anger is a confession about themselves.
Mm.
So when they call us snowflakes, actually they are much more than any other group.
I agree with that, man.
Oh, I love waving at them and going, thank you.
Yeah, I think they've exposed themselves pretty bad here, the MAGAs, man.
Yeah, they sure have.
It's ridiculous at this point. Right.
So what are you doing around here? What brought you to this place and time? You said no. I'm sorry. You said you were going to see your congressman or somebody
senator.
at the.
I went and saw I went to my senator's office
Uh-huh.
trying to get some help, and she was just kind of like, "Yeah, you should have just went to the Baltimore office there." I was like, "All right."
And that was
Called
it.
the number, and there was just like a recording.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's the thing too, man. Like we pay all this money to these people, and then like when you really need them, where are they?
You know what's interesting? Let me tell you a story. Back in 1990, let's see, 92. Yeah, 92, when there was a recession going on. I applied for unemployment because I got laid off, and then I got a job for like 2 months, and I went back on unemployment. I found that they had reduced my total, okay, because I got a job. They reduced it. So I'm thinking, well, what's the incentive for getting a job if you get one and then the remaining unemployment is reduced? So I wrote a letter to my senator. At the time was Senator Kennedy. And he personally didn't respond, but one of his aides responded. And you know what they did? They actually got my unemployment reinstated back to the original amount, all right?
Yeah.
And he said that they put into a bill something about, you know, not allowing that to happen again.
All right, Kennedy. Kennedy was a Navy guy, man. He's a good guy.
That's right. That's right. He was.
So, what do you think about his assassination? Who do you think was behind it?
Oh my
really?
God, that's
You think
so.
it was really, who was it? Lee Harvey Oswald?
No, I think the problem was that he pissed off the mafia, and they took care of him. They set
CIA.
they set up Oswald. I mean, he was a patsy. No, there's no way. You look at the bullets that he was using. There's no way that he was that accurate. First of all, and secondly, there's so much evidence that there were people on the grassy knoll.
Yeah.
Okay, and if somebody wanted to assassinate a president, you think they'd get caught? Of course they wouldn't. Oswald was a setup, and then I don't know. You know, I don't know about Jack Ruby. I think that was just a lucky break.
Yeah. I watched a documentary about that a while back, like years and years ago,
Yeah,
about how George Bush, who was it, Hubert, like the original George Bush president, he was the head of the CIA then.
yeah. He was in the. He was either the head or deputy director or something like that. Yeah.
And him and Richard Nixon were like the only two on the whole face of the earth that didn't know where they were when that happened.
Yeah.
Because
Golly.
everybody else knew exactly where they were when it happened. But those
Gee.
two couldn't get their story straight or something. And,
No.
and George Bush had like a oil company
Right.
down off of the coast of Cuba too, and that was a big deal at the time, was the Cuban Missile Crisis as well. Kennedy was working on that. And
Yeah.
So they kind of like were hinting that
It's all very the whole political
and then,
structure is very incestuous.
And then you ever watched the Irishman movie about Jimmy Hoffa?
Was that with Jack Nicholson?
It was Pesci and De Niro.
Oh no, I didn't see that one. I saw the other one.
They kind of hint at that as well.
Oh,
They
no
were
kidding.
Like, they killed the president. They could kill a union president.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Yeah. So that's my hot take on it, and it's crazy, man. Like the CIA, like illegally monitors people here.
Yep, they do. That's
through these cell phones. I've seen it.
well, that's what all these data centers. You know, everybody's talking about these data centers are being set up for AI. No.
Way more sinister. Than
Way more. Okay, right after 9/11, you know, there's a number of very large office parks out in Virginia that the NSA is running, that literally monitor, all communications. Now back then they didn't have the computer. What's the right word? The computer power to monitor, digital communications, because the computers just weren't powerful enough. But with much more powerful graphics processors and AI software, they can listen to and monitor virtually any communication that we have now.
Yeah.
Again, Matt, that's why I'm here, not keyboard worrying.
Yes, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Yeah. I see a lot of people, like, I see some people doing both, and like that's what I'm trying.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I publish these videos. I make a video of me and my sign, and then I kind of pan over to the building so people get a context for what I'm doing.
And back to like the monitoring stuff and the NSA, like that all started again with another Bush. W.
Well, the people controlling us are very keen on making sure that the revolution doesn't come.
Yeah.
But I believe very strongly that the big mistake that they are making is that they're pushing us too hard.
Yeah.
And they didn't learn from the French Revolution.
Yeah. People are watching a lot more than they think.
Yes.
It's just,
they did not learn from the French Revolution that once the people get going, it's a freaking whirlwind bulldozer combination.
and the young kids nowadays, like, they grew up with this technology. They know how to do and expose them, like, through the technology and stuff. So, like, the old guys like me and you coming out here doing this kind of...
Yeah, but you know what, Matt? What they don't know, what they weren't taught, okay, was history, real history, the real history, okay, and sociology, right? So they don't see what you and I see.
Yeah.
This is why I'm here, because I see this being the beginning of the end of our country. I mean, really, honest to God, this is it. We're done.
Yeah.
Okay. The whole idea is that Trump is being controlled by the Russians, and they are doing everything they possibly can to undermine everything that's good about this country. Everything. Just look. Just if you step back and look at it dispassionately, and you say, why is he doing this?
Yeah. Why?
Okay. A couple of things are because he simply can, because he's an asshole. But there's a bunch of things he's doing that are much more nefarious and are undermining all of our financial institutions. They're undermining our political alliances. They're undermining everything we've built up for the past, 70 years since World War II.
Right.
Is it 80 years now?
You know what was crazy to me was, like, he's even said it, like, when he was like, oh, fuck Marjorie Taylor Greene or whatever.
Yeah.
If I go down, everybody's going down. I don't care if you got to start a war, start a war.
Right.
And, like, all this to what, like, because of these Epstein files, right? Because he don't want to.
Oh no, it's because the Russians are controlling them.
In Israel too, right?
I think that's secondary. I think the Russians are telling Israel to do that. I really do, because everything that we've been doing has been to destroy our military, to reduce our military's effectiveness, and our military's readiness. I mean, look at all Look at all of the ammunition depletion that's going on. If we had to really fight a war, we'd be toast. A real war.
I forgot what I was going to mention now. Old guy stuff, man.
See, you press my buttons and I'm still going. Jesus. Jeez Louise.
What do you think Mondami up there in New York City, man?
I think we're seeing,
I like him a lot.
I think we're seeing the future that can happen in small doses. I mean, I know New York City's huge, but compared to the rest of the country, it's a small dose.
Yeah, it's not that big.
But people voted for him. That's what the people said. This is what we want.
Yeah, I think he's doing a great job.
I think he's doing a really, really good job. But also make sure you look behind the curtain, Matt. Okay, nothing is ever as it seems.
Yeah.
So he said, "Oh, I balanced the budget." Do you know how he did it? Okay, half the budget balance was a loan from the state of New York. Okay, so everything isn't, beautiful peachy cream, unicorns and rainbows. All right, but he's a very effective politician, which I like.
I like his defiance to Trump the most and Netanyahu. He said when Netanyahu comes to the United Nations meeting this week, where he's gonna have him arrested. I hope he does.
No, he can't. No, international law won't allow it.
Yeah.
The whole idea behind the United Nations in New York City was that is international sovereign space. Anybody can show up. Remember when Castro came?
Yeah.
They didn't arrest him because they couldn't.
They got like diplomatic immunity. Right?
Exactly. That's what that is. And I've been having these online arguments with people. Well, fuck diplomatic immunity. I went, well then, you know that our diplomats can get arrested in other countries. Well, they wouldn't dare do that. I went, you want them to do it here? Why wouldn't they do it there? These are people who are too stupid to understand that the Geneva Convention protects us also. I mean, you don't get... Anyway, this is why I think people are incredibly undereducated. They don't understand how all of this interaction works. You can't just unilaterally... Well, that's why he's such a fucking idiot. I mean, he really is stupid.
Yeah.
It's his handlers who are doing most of the heavy lifting.
Yes.
Oh wow! Oh, come on! Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, it's always Matt. It's always been that way with presidents. There are very few presidents in my lifetime that were personally powerful enough to actually president.
Yeah.
All right. I think Barack Obama was one. I mean, I didn't like everything he did, but I had a lot of respect for him because he's a compassionate, thoughtful, and brilliant man. All right. Bill Clinton, same thing. I mean, nobody was telling him what to do. He did what he wanted. I mean, he had advisors, but you could tell this was his presidency.
Yeah.
But Reagan was like a fucking puppet. Oh my God.
That's kind of like, and you go back to that, like the controversy with the CIA involvement in the crack epidemic and stuff during that time too. Like that seems to be like one of the common denominators with these Republicans is CIA involvement is very, very
well. As much as they say they're all,
agendas.
Absolutely,
yeah.
They all talk to the citizens like small government and we won't interfere, but they're the biggest government interferers that live. I mean, look at Jeb Bush. In Florida, who was that woman who was in a coma and pregnant, and her family wanted to pull the plug, and he got the legislature to make a law that wouldn't allow that. I mean, holy crap! Talk about government interference.
Yeah, same. like you mentioned the lady in the coma being pregnant. What about all these people in these ICE concentration camps that are getting pregnant? What?
Please,
And the
please.
ICE agents just straight murdering people, basically, man. Like,
And these people have done nothing about that.
there's no accountability.
There's no accountability. They have done nothing about that.
There's no
They
accountability.
talk big, big words, and they have, press conferences, and blah 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 blah. Democrats and Republicans, they're both guilty, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Like, it gets me going, man, because this country was founded and built by immigrants, basically. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
there was already people living here when we came
We
here.
came here and took it over, right?
Right. Like, it's crazy to me.
And you know what? Here, this is very telling about our education system. I was brought up in the '60s, and it wasn't until I was in my '50s, decades later, that I learned about the Tulsa riots.
Was that Alabama?
No, Tulsa,
Arizona?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
There was a huge black community, huge.
Yeah.
They were very successful people,
I
and
think
they burned the place down. They
Yeah, I think I've
literally
seen it.
burned and killed every black person in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's craziness, man.
And
And
who-
that's,
how did I not know this? It happened when I was alive.
yeah. They like to cover stuff up, man. And this still goes on today. Like,
This whole thing you brought up, ICE. That the problem is my vast branches of my family were trimmed by the Nazis in Europe. Vast. Okay, so this whole ICE thing is very triggering for me. I never understood what triggering was for people. I go, oh, you don't know. Oh, what's bothering you? Man, I cannot watch those videos. I cannot.
it's kind of the same thing. Like,
It's exactly the same.
They're
It's-
the fucking Nazis, man.
They're all fucking Nazis.
Yeah.
And they got and people say, well, it could never happen here. You know how it happened? They hired the worst of the worst humans that they could find. The most vicious, thoughtless, inhumane people they're all sociopaths. They have no empathy.
Yeah.
And that's who they hired. There was the report I read about we're having problems. There was a big report about the head of ICE was saying, well, we're having problems doing background checks. So what they do is they just let them through, because they
That's-
hired so many of them that they couldn't background check them.
That was one thing I was talking about too. I've worked with arms and ammunition for like 20 years. That's what I did in
Sure.
the service.
Yeah.
Every single year, like, to get certified to be able to use arms
Yep.
and ammunitions, we had to sign the Lautenberg
Yep.
Amendment, which was passed in like 1996. You had to be screened to make sure you didn't have any form of domestic violence in your background. If you did, it was a lifetime ban.
Of course. I mean,
You're not allowed to own, handle, transport, not allowed to touch anything.
it's like, duh.
And the fact that this guy, who was the latest one up in Maine, had a restraining order
Oh yeah, domestic
On him-
violence. And,
from his daughter back in like 2021, he should have never been hired. But their screening and vetting process
it
is
doesn't exist.
out
It's-
the window.
Yep. It's a joke.
Yeah, they're just
And this is why Americans are being killed,
Yeah.
because, again, we know that the White House doesn't give a shit. I got that part. But these people keep giving. They gave them money. What was it?
A lot of money.
A lot, like $40 billion or something like that. Do you know what $40 billion would do in this country?
Right. They're paying them like $150,000
Oh well, they did screw them though.
salary.
Yeah, but they did screw them over the bonus. You heard about that, right? There was the fine print.
Good.
The fine print and the bonus said you had to be with us for 5 years. Otherwise, you had to pay it back.
And a lot of them, like, I just question like why were you doing this job, man? Like,
Well, because they can. The same reason that it's the same reason why most, not all, but most police officers are hired. These were the guys that got bullied in high school, and now they get to get back at people.
yeah,
They have no empathy. They couldn't give a flying fuck about anything. They know that they are immune. Qualified immunity, it's in the law, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
They know that they can harass the living crap out of people, and they get a kick out of it.
yeah, they do.
I can't tell you how many times, and I'm a white boy,
Yeah,
okay? I can't even imagine what it's like living as a black person in this country.
yeah,
You see blue lights behind you, you might as well, you're done.
yeah. I agree. Like,
How would you like to live like that? That's just
scary.
cruel.
Yeah, scary, man.
And that's what these guys do. They live to terrorize, and that's the same people in ICE. Most of the from what I was reading an article a couple months back, most of the people in ICE are rejected Leos.
Yeah,
They got fired or had to resign, under pressure.
yeah.
That's pathetic.
It is, man.
You know what, Matt? In one respect, I'm glad I'm close to the end of my life. I don't want to see how bad it gets, because it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah. That's why, like, I don't mind talking about this stuff either. Like, I'm trying to expose them for what they are, man. Like, they're
Yeah.
all corrupt. It's every facet of our society too. Like, trying to talk about it on TikTok, they say, "Oh, it goes against community standards," but it's every single where too. Like hospitals,
Yeah.
mental hospitals, like insurance, your bank, anything that you need to survive, they have somebody in that field that they could use to target you.
Yep.
To make you
Just make your life miserable.
be homeless,
Oh, yeah.
living in the streets. They did it to me, man. I was in a homeless shelter living down in South Baltimore with a bunch of other homeless vets that had probably similar stories, man.
Oh man.
Because that's what happens. Like once you find out, that's what happens to you, man. Like,
That stuff makes me crazy, that they treat vets as just like shit
yeah,
in this country. And then people keep volunteering. I just
yeah. They started a
Man,
whole
that
nother
son
war, and they're about to do it to a whole nother generation.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the whole idea. It's a forever war.
Yeah,
Man, that son is just brutal.
yeah. Yeah. The technology stuff too. Like I see some of the kids that I seen some kids that are like what do they call it, like ethical hackers that go after these malicious hackers and expose them and do like the same kind of thing that they're doing to people.
I did some of that in the early days.
Like I'm glad that there's kids like that are using.
Yeah, they give you hope, don't they?
Ethically, man. Yeah, because like I said, I had them hack my phone, clone my phone. Like it messed with pretty much every facet of my life. Like
Yeah, those young people do give me a little bit of hope.
yeah, like
They really do.
they're smart when it comes to the technology and the games and that they play, and manipulation and the scams that they run here. And like, only thing is they ain't old enough to really go out and vote. Like, not that that really matters. It's like
You know what I tell people about voting? You do know that your vote does matter. Otherwise, they wouldn't be trying so hard to take it away. I mean, just think about that. If it didn't matter, they wouldn't give a damn. But it's our last right. It's our
me-
last right.
To me, and the ones that are saying like, "Oh, this is democracy," like true democracy is every single one of us voting on every single bill that gets brought up.
Right. It's a representative democracy.
it's
I mean,
it's
I
not
understand.
really,
I mean,
like,
most people, I think, understand that.
you're still putting your trust on is that person that you voted
That's
for.
true. But the problem is that they're not following through on making sure they're doing what you thought they were doing. Most people walk into in the polling place and they vote their party. They don't even know who that damn person is. They have no freaking idea.
Right. I've seen bills where it was like, oh man, every American would love that and would benefit from that, and they won't pass it. It's like, why didn't that pass? Like,
Because they weren't paid to pass it.
right.
The people who control them said, don't pass that, and that's it. They don't listen to us. They listen to their handlers.
Exactly.
And therein lies our big problem. Our representative government has been hijacked by astonishingly huge amounts of money. I mean, look at the Supreme Court. I mean, until Trump was elected, I had hope that they would, rein in, like I said, the other parts of the government for doing bad things. The whole Citizens United was what was really the final death knell for our country. Everything else after that is just, we're on the downslope. We don't realize it, but we're heading down. Citizens United has destroyed our country. It basically said you don't have one man, one vote. You have one man and a vote, and then corporations run by other people have more votes.
Right. Capitalists.
Oh, it's worse than, capitalism hasn't existed in this country in a long time. People talk about capitalism, it really hasn't. Because capitalism is supposed to be, you invest in a company, it does well, it pays you back, done. But then they created this stock market where they could trade those investments. And that's where it got all fucked up.
Yeah, I don't really know much about stock markets and stuff like that.
That should never, trading, that kind of stuff should not be legal. And who was it? Jefferson and Madison both talked about that. Did you ever read the Federalist Papers at all? Any of them?
Mm-mm.
Matt, I think you would really be amazed at how brilliant some of the founders were, how much foresight they had into the future, because they saw almost all of this coming.
Right.
I mean, they really
And you
did.
see a lot of the people on the internet talking about like we have the right to overthrow a government like this. It's like, here we are, we're outside, right outside the place where people should be angry and out here screaming, cursing, and
it's just you and
it's
me.
just being this old guy here, man. And
Well, today it's just you and me. Most days it's just me.
yeah. I just came down here today myself and like,
By the way, thank you very
just-
much for coming out
Yeah,
here. I
appreciate
can't
it.
tell you how much of a boost for me this just you being here is,
yeah, I
because
wish-
it's pretty lonely.
I was hoping I would meet some more veterans down here. Like, I see a lot of them on the internet trying to rally up people and stuff, but like, it's hard trying to do that because it's the internet, man. Like, yeah, you're gonna get some likes and followers,
Yeah, keyboard warriors. Yeah,
yeah. But need more people out here in the streets doing stuff.
yeah. Until we get people out on the streets, it's and the No Kings protests gave me a little bit of hope, but then people just went. They need to be led, which really pisses me off.
Yeah.
If you're not leading organizing a protest, people just sit back in their houses and they're watching their TV and they're on on the internet, and they're fat, dumb, and happy.
Yeah. I see a lot of them that are like, oh man, I lost my job and this and that. Like, if you lost your job, then
And what are you doing about it?
I come out here and at least do this every day. Put in for your unemployment benefits and come down here.
That's right.
Talk to people. Get out there.
That's right.
Tell them that you're pissed off. I don't know how this stuff works, but I'm down here trying to figure it out. Man. Like, when,
You wouldn't believe the number of people on, like, especially Facebook, number of people on Facebook who, so I told you, I take a video of my sign and the Capitol behind me. You just wouldn't believe the number of people who comment the most vile, I mean, death threats and shit, just because I'm out here.
yeah.
Just because I'm here.
I made a video about it like the other day, like is Trump the devil? And one guy on there commented like, "Oh, he's the best president ever.
Oh,
He's
yeah, that-
saving humanity." I'm like, "No, he's not, man."
What
Like,
kind of, I don't know where these people are,
Like-
I mean, I don't know what they are.
bootleggers, man.
I'm sorry?
Bootleggers.
Yeah, bootlickers, ass kissers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
don't know, man.
They don't understand the next time they see that boot's going to be on their neck.
Exactly.
They don't get it
Exactly.
because they're usually white and they think that they're immune. It's the same as the Germans.
Yeah.
You know, first they came for the socialists, but I didn't care because I wasn't a socialist. Then they came for the, next and next and next, and then they came for me, and there was nobody to talk for me.
Right.
They don't get it. Like I remember I started out by saying these people haven't learned history. It's the same. I mean, it's literally history repeating itself, Matt. That's
Yeah.
what I feel.
That's how I feel too. Like,
How can they not see it?
They're Nazis, man. Like 100%. Like, and they try to like flag you for saying that. Like, that's what they are, man. They're racist, evil people, and they're in every facet of our society, man.
Yeah, there are racists. I mean, there's always going to be racists, but the number of people that I'm seeing that that are just cruel. I mean, cruelty seems to be their stock and trade. They just love being cruel.
Greed. And they get paid.
Yep.
What about, I mean, what do you think about like term limits on some of
Won't help.
I don't think so either.
No, won't help. You know why?
I think he said it's just,
Because the oligarchs will just buy the new guys.
yeah, it's just be new puppets on the string.
Yeah, they'll just move their strings over to the new guys.
Yeah.
The problem is that nobody's been, since I was a young person during the Reagan years, okay? I was like in my 30s, and I saw what was happening,
Yeah.
okay? When they reduced the income tax, do you know what the income tax for people earning over, like, I don't know, back then it was over $1 million, but you know what the income tax for those people were? 90%. Matt, it was 90%.
That's crazy.
Look it up.
How can you even, like, what's even the point of making any money if they're going to tax you that much?
But that's how we built the interstate system. That's how we had incredible schools. That's how we built libraries and parks and things for citizens, because people don't need, this enormous wealth.
Yeah,
You can easily live on a certain amount of money.
right.
Okay, and when they removed that, that's when the oligarchs came to power.
Mm.
All right?
And like you said, that was like the crack epidemic time frame too, where they just completely destroyed black communities.
Oh, that was all
Especially-
imported by the CIA. You know that.
Especially here in DC, man. Like I grew up like not far from Baltimore here.
Yeah.
And like I remember coming down here in the 80s, man, and there was homeless people everywhere
Yep.
down here.
I think changing the tax structure was was the beginning of destroying America, because it allowed people to accumulate enormous wealth that they didn't. You don't need to live on that wealth. I mean, you can buy food for a lot less. What it did is it allowed them to control this building.
Yeah.
All right. And then after it controlled this building, it controlled the presidency. And after the presidency, it controlled the Supreme Court. And
I seen one of the Supreme Court judges down there is like, she had to explain to her daughter what's a bulletproof vest because she's getting death threats like pretty regularly. I guess.
Oh.
And I've seen that.
Oh,
like, a couple
no.
times in the
Death
news.
threats,
Like,
rampant gun violence. Oh no, what's a Supreme Court justice to do?
right.
What a load of horse shit. What a load of horse shit.
It's all like, how do you know what's real and what's part of the show at this
It's all the show.
It's the shit show, man.
It is. It's a giant shit show.
Yeah. And it's both sides of it. Like, it's crazy.
Matt, I wish I had more food with me, but I'm gonna have some lunch.
All right.
Okay.
It's good, man. Take a break. It's good chatting with you.